Hey everyone! I wanted to make this tutorial video on a more effective way to basically use real-time as a student during class dictation. The reason I wanted to make it is because I started to see a lot of students do the same thing that I used to do when I first started using real-time, or at least, being able to see my real-time during class dictations, and there is a better way to do it. First, I'm going to go through the process of what most of you guys are probably doing when you sit down to your class, you have your computer up, your machine's hooked up, and you think, you're going to start doing some real time so that you can read back from it or at least see your notes. What you're typically doing is going over to this real time button, right? It pops up, and if you have your master list pop up, that's great, speaker list. Wake up a little bit, tapping the machine, and hello. Oh, yeah, and hello. So that's what we do. But let's say you're done going through the whole thing, dictation is done, class is done, and you want to close it. First of all, you have this really ugly name. This is RT, and then it has the date and the time, as you know. When you close it, I'm going to stop it. Right, it prompts you for a file name. Now I know that some instructors say, well, just name it trash, and then trash 1 and 2 and 3, and I swear to goodness, I did that when I first started, and it's just very ineffective. So I'm just going to ignore this for now. Now what I recommend you do instead, it's a little different, but follow along. Instead of pressing the real time with the spotlight picture, just go one over, or however yours are set up, and go to Translate Notes. You want to make sure that the translation mode is set to real time. Nothing else is selected, and all you do is proceed. Here's where it's going to prompt you for the file name. Now what I do is you can name it whatever you want, but basically you're going to be using this same file name for all of your trash dictation. I personally call mine prac. Actually, just for the purposes of this, I will call it trash, something that doesn't exist yet. Okay, it starts up. Master list. La la la. La la la. Takes a second, but there we go. Now we're in, right? It's the same thing. It's, again, with the student version, there is about a 50-page limit with real time, which is fine. And that's usually enough for a class that's an hour, maybe even an hour and a half. So you're going along, doing your thing, blah, blah, blah. And when you're done, this time you can simply close it. Fine. It doesn't prompt you for the name, of course, it's been called. Now let's say the next class starts, or tomorrow, or sorry, the next day. Just do the same process. You have the Translate Notes open, real time is selected, press OK, and you name it. Name it the same thing, trash, right? I put it in. Usually what I'll do is after I put in the name, rather than having to move my mouse over and select it, I simply press down on my key cursor and it selects the file. I press OK. This is really key. It says that job already exists. Do I want to append, retranslate, or cancel? Append would mean that you would be adding on, of course, appending, adding on to the last thing that you wrote. The file would continue. Not the best choice because you might be running out of space at that point. Let's just retranslate. When you do this, it's going to start all over again. It's blank. You started all over. And maybe if you wanted to keep all that material you had from your previous dictation, throwaway stuff, then that's great. But you would not want to do this then. But really, what you've been doing so far might be that you just have all these real-time files loading up, and they all have their own dictionaries, which is super annoying, and you're not even going to refer to them. It's pretty much just like junk, in my opinion. So this is why I think this is a pretty good system to do. Now, something I'm going to tell you about it is that, of course, with every file you do create with Eclipse, it does create its own job dictionary. I'm pressing F9 to take a look at what they are. First, it's always good to use your main dictionary, and here is the job, which is the exact same name as the file, trash. Let's take a look inside. It should be empty, of course. Okay. But let's say that the thing you want to watch out for is during one session, if you have input some globally only for your job dictionary, it will appear here. And the next time that you do, you name the same file, trash or whatever you want it to be, and then retranslate, everything will still carry over from before. So what you want to make a habit of doing is once you start your new, quote-unquote, new trash file, open this up really quickly and just delete what's there so that you truly are very clean slate. That's pretty much all that comes down to with how you can have a very seamless way of just having these kind of throwaway real-time sessions. It'll keep your Eclipse folder a lot cleaner. You're not going to have so many files cluttering it up and it's really hard to sort through. So this really short video just wanted to make that clear. And I hope this has inspired some of you guys to adopt this method and that you have smooth eclipsing from now on. Thanks.